Why we keep chasing peace and how we take control. Psychology of money. Why stability slips until we change the story. No matter how much money we make, it still feels like we are chasing stability. We hit a milestone, then a surprise expense knocks us back. We plan, we grind, we say this month will be different, and somehow the pressure returns. That is not failure. That is human nature colliding with money. Money is not only numbers. It is our emotions, our memories, our pride, our fear, and our need for control. Author Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money, says behavior beats intelligence in personal finance. If behavior drives outcomes, spreadsheets alone cannot save us. So we stop trying to bully ourselves with math. We face the real story under the budget. We study our triggers, train our habits, and take control together. Right now, we also tell the truth about how money feels in our bodies. Our chest tightens when the balance drops. Our brain lights up when we buy something new. That chemical rush makes quick relief feel smarter than long-term peace. We are not broken for feeling it. We are human for feeling it. Our work here is to turn that feeling into focus. Psychology of money. What the real problem is beneath the numbers, most of us were raised to survive with money, not to strategize with it. We watched adults stretch paychecks and carry quiet stress. We learned that money meant safety and the lack of it meant fear. Those early lessons became our money scripts. Financial psychologist Brad Klontz calls them money scripts because they quietly run our adult choices until we rewrite them. Here is how those scripts show up. We chase comfort instead of control. We buy peace instead of building it. We call impulse spending a reward because we feel unseen or empty. We avoid saving because it feels slow while buying feels fast. None of that makes us weak. It makes us trained by experience. The company Empower reports that our mood often steers saving, spending, and investing more than we admit. The resource Investopedia explains behavioral finance as the study of how emotions and biases drive money decisions. Put those together and the pattern is obvious. Our mood sets the plan, our bias justifies it, and the numbers follow our feelings. Losses feel heavier than gains. Researchers Kahneman and Amos Tversky showed that losing $1 hurts roughly twice as much as gaining $1 feels good. That is why saving can feel like losing something today, while shopping feels like winning something today. Knowing this does not shame us. Knowing this helps us design better moves. Psychology of money. How old scripts push us into the same loop. When money shows up, we feel a rush. When the balance dips, we feel a drop. We are not just moving cash. We are moving feelings. We swipe to buy relief. We hide purchases to avoid shame. We overwork to feel safe. Psychology Today describes emotional spending as a response to unmet emotional needs, not just bad math. That is why budgets alone crack under pressure. A budget without emotional awareness is a plan without a backbone. There is another loop we need to call out. We believe bigger income will fix everything. But without new habits, bigger income just scales the same impulses. The National Institutes of Health, through the National Library of Medicine, reports that self-control and financial literacy are strongly linked to financial well-being. So we need skill, not just more cash. We upgrade the operator, not only the equipment. We also admit the role of status pressure. We see what friends buy and it pokes at our pride. We compare our inside feelings to their outside highlight reel. That is how decent people end up with expensive regrets. We are done feeding that cycle. We choose enough. We choose peace. Psychology of money. What the science says about behavior and biased behavioral finance exists because human decisions are not pure logic. Investopedia names confirmation bias, status quo bias, and present bias as common traps. We prefer information that agrees with us. We avoid change even when change would help. We overvalue now and undervalue later. None of that is a moral flaw. It is the default setting. Our job is to reset it. Prospect theory from Kahneman and Amos Tversky explains why we chase short-term comfort. losses loom larger than gains. So saving feels like a loss of access, a loss of fun, a loss of freedom, even when it is building the real thing. We solve that by changing the meaning of saving in our minds. On happiness, Harvard Business School research shows a clear trend. Intentional spending on experiences and generosity often produces more lasting happiness than buying more stuff. It is not the price that matters. It is the meaning. So we stop buying to impress. We invest to express who we are becoming. Morningstar behavioral research, led by Sarah Newcomb, frames saving as identity and self-respect. Saving is not restriction. Saving is self-protection. Saving tells our future self that we are worth defending. Psychology of money. The moment we stop reacting and start choosing, we make one decision. We stop reacting. We start choosing. We choose to pause before we purchase. We choose to connect every dollar to a purpose. We choose saving as self-respect, not as punishment. We practice 3 mindset shifts. First, we move from shame to data. Shame says we are the problem. Data says a habit is the problem. Habits can be retrained. Second, we move from later to now. Later is a story. Now is a rep. Every pause is a rep. Every plan is a rep. Every automatic transfer is a rep. Third, we move from solo to supported. We name our goals out loud. We track together. We hold each other to the standard. Psychology of money. The simple rules that protect us from impulse. Rule 1. Track the feeling behind the purchase. Not just what we spent. What we felt before and after. Were we bored? Were we lonely? Were we trying to feel worthy? Psychology today reminds us that emotional spending is usually an attempt to soothe deeper needs. Naming the need breaks the spell. Rule 2. Install a waiting period for non-essential buys. 24 hours changes choices. Ask one question before any click. Is this peace or distraction? If it is distraction, we walk away. If it is peace, we proceed with a plan. This pause turns reaction into choice. It shrinks regret. Rule 3. Attach saving to freedom. We name the Freedom Fund. Months of expenses. Debt freedom date. Work optional date. We watch that number grow and we let it change how we feel. We turn loss aversion into our ally by treating missed savings as a real loss and adding to savings as a real win. Kahneman and Tversky showed the brain reacts more to losses than gains. We use that wiring to reward the act of saving. Rule 4. Make money moves automatic so feelings arrive after the action, not before it. Automatic transfers to savings and to debt. Automatic investments aligned with our risk tolerance. Automation lowers the emotional load and keeps our promises on schedule. Investopedia points out that smart systems reduce the impact of bias. We build systems that work even on a low willpower day. Rule 5. Build emotional capital. When a bill hits, we plan, not panic. When income drops, we adapt, not spiral. When temptation shows up, we think long-term. This calm is a habit. Repetition grows it. Psychology of money. Why saving is power and not punishment. Saving is not the absence of joy. Saving is the presence of peace. It is the power to say no to a toxic boss, a desperate loan, or a low standard. It is the power to take a breath and choose. The National Institutes of Health, through the National Library of Medicine, links financial literacy and self-control with higher financial well-being. We lean into that because it works. We also reframe the reward. Harvard Business School research connects higher satisfaction with intentional spending on experiences and generosity. So we buy a memory with family. We support a cause that matters. We invest in a skill that compounds. Those choices pay us twice. Morningstar behavioral research with Sarah Newcomb reminds us that saving is identity work. Each deposit says we are the kind of people who protect our future. Each month of expenses saved is a louder voice saying, we are free. Psychology of money. Staying calm when money moves. We cannot control every bill, every market move, or every surprise. We can control our response. We can watch a balance drop and meet it with a plan. We can see a tempting sale and meet it with a pause. We can feel a wave of shame and meet it with truth. Loss aversion will try to drag us back to quick comfort. We notice it. We name it. We move past it. Calm does not come from a number. Calm comes from mastery. We are building mastery. We practice a simple reset drill. Step 1. Breathe and label the feeling. Step 2. Name the next right move. Step 3. Act on the move, not the mood. That is emotional capital. That is how we stay steady while money moves. Psychology of money. How we help each other build control. This is where community matters. We speak honestly about slip-ups without shame. We celebrate small wins loudly. We borrow courage from each other on hard days. Empower reminds us that mood sways money. So we shape our environment to protect our mood. We keep our feeds clean. We cut comparison traps. We build a circle that respects discipline. We also learn the language of bias together. Investopedia lists common traps like confirmation bias and present bias. We call them out when they show up. We correct course fast. That is behavioral finance in real life. We stop being surprised by our wiring and start working with it. Psychology of money. Extra depth for pacing and reflection. Take a breath and look back at the last 3 purchases that were not essential. Name the feeling that was loudest in each moment. Relief. Recognition. Escape. Control. Notice the pattern. Now picture the same 3 moments with a 24-hour pause between the urge and the action. Imagine how that single day changes the decision. That is the power we are building. Think about the last time we felt shame about money. Not guilt. Shame. Shame says we are the problem. Truth says a habit is the problem. Habits can be retrained. Every pause is a rep. Every plan is a rep. Every automatic transfer is a rep. We are training a new nervous system around money. Remember that headlines and social feeds push emotional triggers. That is why bubbles form. That is why crashes sting. Behavioral finance exists because humans are human. We use that knowledge to design guardrails that hold under pressure. Remember also that happiness research is not telling us to stop buying. It is telling us to buy with intention. Experiences that connect us. Generosity that enlarges us. Goals that anchor us. That is money used as a tool, not a trap. Finally, remember this. We are not behind. We are in training. We are not alone. We are surrounded. We are not powerless. We are practicing power. We are not waiting. We are building. Psychology of money. Call to action. We act now. Share this video now. Comment the one habit we are breaking today. Type 777 in the comments to commit. Subscribe and return tomorrow. Turn on notifications so you do not miss training. Add this to your money training playlist. Send this to 2 people who need discipline today. Track 1 emotion today. Pause 1 impulse today. Save 1 amount today. We move together. We stay disciplined together. We win together. Psychology of money. Spoken sources included in the video: Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money, Brad Klontz, financial psychologist, Money Scripts Empower, The Retirement and Wealth Company on How Mood Influences Behavior, Investopedia, Behavioral Finance and Common Biases, Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, Prospect Theory and Loss Aversion. Harvard Business School, Research on Spending, Experiences, Generosity and Happiness, Psychology. Today, emotional spending as a response to unmet needs. Morningstar Behavioral Research, Sarah Newcomb, on Saving as Identity, National Institutes of Health, National Library of Medicine, Self-Control and Literacy Linked to Well-Being.